If you think the biggest rivalry in the car world is gas versus electric, you're staring at the wrong scoreboard. The real war is happening in places nobody puts on a poster, not on a racetrack, not in a showroom. It's happening inside factories, where the only lap time that matters is how fast can you turn raw metal into a finished car again and again without the whole system melting down. And the two companies people keep pitting against each other are perfect opposites. Tesla is the speedrunner, the move fast, rewrite the playbook energy. Toyota is the disciplined assassin, the slow is smooth, smooth is fast energy. So today, we're defining factory speed like adults, and then we're keeping score. Because depending on the metric, the winner flips. And at the end, I'm going to show you the one speed metric that actually decides the next 12 to 24 months. And it's not the one you think. Alright, deep breath. Let's start the speed war the right way. The viral claim is always one of these. Tesla is the fastest manufacturer on Earth, or Toyota invented modern manufacturing. Tesla is playing catch-up. Both sound right, both are incomplete, because fast can mean at least 6 different things. So we're not doing vibes today. We're doing a scoreboard, 6 rounds, 1 point per round. No moving the goalposts halfway through. Round 1, build speed. How fast can you get a factory producing cars? Round 2, line rhythm. When everything is humming, what's the heartbeat of the line? Round 3, ramp speed. Once you start, how fast can you climb to meaningful volume? Round 4, people speed. How many cars do you ship per employee? Round 5, inventory speed. How long does money sit as parts and unsold cars? Round 6, capex speed. How much factory spending does it take to add real output? Scoreboard starts 0 to 0. Now, Tesla first. Round 1, build speed. Tesla's Shanghai factory is the cleanest speed receipt Tesla has ever shown the world. Tesla's own Q4 2019 production and deliveries release said they broke ground less than 12 months earlier, and by early January 2020, they had already built nearly 1,000 customer-sellable cars, started deliveries, and demonstrated a production run rate capability of more than 3,000 vehicles per week. Less than a year from empty land to cars leaving the building. That is not normal. That is, we built a factory like it was a weekend IKEA project energy. Round 1 goes to Tesla. Tesla, 1. Toyota, 0. But now we have to talk about the thing Toyota people always bring up. Because Tesla can build fast, but can they run fast? Round 2, line rhythm. Toyota popularized takt time, the heartbeat of a production line. Takt time is the factory's metronome. It tells every station, you have this long, then the car moves. And Toyota has pointed out that its mass production lines can create a car every 60 seconds. 1 car every minute. Tesla doesn't publish a clean 1 car every X seconds headline number the way Toyota does. So round 2 goes to Toyota. Tesla, 1. Toyota, 1. Now it gets interesting, because Tesla's superpower isn't just line speed, it's compression. Tesla tries to compress steps, compress parts, compress decisions, compress the time between idea and vehicle. This is where Tesla's speed tricks show up. Tesla speed trick number 1, delete parts so you delete time. Every time you combine 2 parts into one, you don't just save material. You save a stamping step, a welding step, a transport step, a quality check, and the classic factory killer, rework. Tesla has described methods to integrate batteries directly with vehicle body structures, instead of treating the pack like a separate suitcase bolted underneath. Translate that into factory language. Less assembly, more click. Tesla speed trick number 2, scale the loop. Tesla's 2025 report says they produced about 1.66 million consumer vehicles and delivered about 1.64 million in 2025. And their employee headcount worldwide at the end of 2025 was 134,785. Hold those numbers. They decide round 4. Now round 3, ramp speed. A factory isn't a light switch. It's more like learning an instrument. Ramping is hard because you're not just making more cars. You're training people, syncing suppliers, stabilizing machines, and trying to make quality not fall apart when volume goes up. Tesla has struggled with ramps in the past, but Shanghai showed a more controlled version of Tesla ramping. Again, in that same early 2020 release, deliveries had started, and run rate capability was already above 3,000 units per week. We're climbing. Toyota ramps differently. Toyota's culture is built around stability first, because Toyota's fear is not slow. Toyota's fear is chaos. So who wins round 3? If your definition is, how fast can you hit a headline weekly run rate right after the first cars roll out? Tesla takes it. Round 3, Tesla. Tesla, 2. Toyota, 1. Okay, quick reset. Tesla is winning the sprint categories. Toyota hasn't pulled out its real weapon yet. Round 4, people speed. Cars per employee. Tesla gives us 2 clean numbers, about 1.64 million consumer vehicles delivered in 2025 and 134,785 employees worldwide. That's roughly 12 cars delivered per employee per year. Toyota's Form 20F for the fiscal year ended March 31st. 2025 shows total vehicle production of 9,049,000 vehicles and 383,853 employees. That's roughly 24 vehicles produced per employee per year. About double Tesla. Not perfectly apples to apples, but as a blunt speed per human proxy, Toyota looks like the more productive machine today. Round 4 goes to Toyota. Tesla, 2. Toyota, 2. And Toyota can look even more ridiculous at the plant level. Toyota's Kentucky facility lists 435,631 vehicles produced in 2024 with 9,400 employees. That's over 46 vehicles per employee from one plant. Which brings us to Toyota's speed discipline, the stuff that's not flashy, but it wins. Toyota speed discipline stops small problems from becoming big ones. Toyota is famous for the idea that if something is wrong, you stop the line. That sounds insane to people who only think faster equals never stop. But Toyota's logic is brutal. If you don't stop now, you're going to stop later. Except later means 300 cars are wrong. And now your rework area looks like a disaster movie. And now, this is the hidden bottleneck nobody mentions. Because this is where most factory speed arguments accidentally lie. You can have the world's fastest assembly line and still be slow, because the bottleneck might not be the line, it might be the parking lot. Round 5. Inventory speed. Inventory is time. Inventory is trapped money. Inventory is the factory's cholesterol, and you only notice it when things get ugly. Tesla's balance sheet shows inventory of $12.392 billion at the end of 2025 and $12.017 billion at the end of 2024. Tesla's total cost of revenues for 2025 was $77.733 billion. Do the simple math, and Tesla is sitting on roughly 57 days of inventory. Toyota's 20F shows inventories of 4,598.2 billion yen at March 31st, 2025, and 4,605.4 billion yen the prior year. Toyota's cost of products sold for fiscal 2025 was 35,510.1 billion yen. That works out to roughly 47 days of inventory. Different accounting, different segments, different flows. But directionally, Toyota is moving inventory faster. Round 5 goes to Toyota. Tesla, 2. Toyota, 3. Now round 6. Round 6, CapEx speed. How much factory spending does it take to add output? Think of CapEx as factory calories. How much do you have to eat to run faster? Tesla's 2025 report shows capital expenditures of $8.53 billion in 2025, with about 1.66 million vehicles produced. That's roughly $5,100 of capex per vehicle produced that year. Toyota reports total capital expenditures for property, plant, and equipment, including vehicles and equipment on operating leases, of 5,900 91.2 billion yen in fiscal 2025, with 9,049,000 vehicles produced. That's about 662,000 yen of capex per vehicle. Different currencies, and Toyota's number includes big, non-automotive pieces, so declaring a clean winner here is a trap. Round 6 is a tie. Now, we can finally answer the question: who wins the factory speed war? Tesla wins the sprint. Toyota wins the marathon. Tesla wins build speed, round 1, and ramp speed, round 3. Toyota wins line rhythm, round 2, people speed, round 4, and inventory speed, round 5. Capex speed is a tie, round 6. So Toyota wins the scoreboard today, 3-2, with 1 tie. But here's the twist. This scoreboard is not static. Both companies are trying to steal the other one's superpower. Tesla is trying to steal Toyota's stability, less variation, less rework, more boring repeatability. Toyota is trying to steal Tesla's compression, fewer parts, faster reconfiguration, faster cycles, and the one metric that decides who wins next. It's not who can build the car fastest, it's who can sell the car fast enough to keep the factory honest. Because if demand stalls, speed turns into inventory, and inventory turns into discounts, and discounts turn into margin pain. In other words, the fastest factory in the world is useless if the output can't leave the building. Now, the what changes next part. Because this is where the speed war stops being a history lesson and turns into a bet. Over the next 12 to 24 months, 3 things will decide whether this scoreboard flips. First, retool speed. Building a brand new factory in record time is impressive, but most of the next battle is going to be fought inside existing buildings. How fast can you change the line without destroying quality? Tesla tends to redesign the product to make the factory simpler. Toyota tends to redesign the factory to make the product smoother. 2 completely different approaches. Second, supplier gravity. When the market is calm, speed is mostly internal. When the market gets weird, chips, batteries, tariffs, logistics, speed becomes external. It becomes who can pull parts out of the world faster than everyone else. Toyota has decades of supplier discipline and relationships. Tesla has vertical integration and the willingness to yank the steering wheel mid-corner. Again, sprint versus marathon. Third, demand control. This is the one nobody wants to say out loud. Factories don't die because they can't produce. They die because they produce into a wall. And if you look at round 5, inventory speed, that's the warning light on the dashboard. The company that can keep inventory tight wins pricing power. The company that can't starts fighting with discounts. So, watch for this. If Tesla tightens inventory while keeping its build and ramp advantage, the scoreboard flips fast. If Toyota brings its 60-second discipline into faster EV transitions without bloating inventory, the gap widens. This war is going to be decided by boring, repeatable control, not just headline speed. So now, I want to throw it to you. And yes, I know, this is a weird kind of speed war, but it's the one that decides who gets to cut prices without panicking. If you're building the world's biggest factory speed empire from scratch, would you pick Tesla's sprint mentality or Toyota's discipline mentality? And which one do you think wins the next 24 months when the market inevitably throws a curveball? Drop your answer below. I read all of them. Smash subscribe if you want more under the hood business wars like this. Hit like and buckle up, because next time we're going even deeper into the manufacturing tricks nobody talks about. Peace.